Hey fellow Brick Fanatics, DJ Bricks here, back for another video, and today I have a review for a 2022 LEGO Star Wars set. This is the Advent calendar for this year. It is properly called LEGO Star Wars Advent Calendar. It is set number 75340. It is recommended for building ages 6 and up. Comes with 329 pieces and retails here in the US for about $45. With all the formalities out of the way, let's start opening this up and deconstructing it and seeing how it stacks up. So of course for Advent calendars we're going to take a look at the packaging first because we have to open it all up anyway. So in front of the box here we got the LEGO Star Wars logo. We got a nice bow with a gift tag denoting that it's an advent calendar. We got a beautiful artwork of a Christmas tree, and I can't quite tell if this is supposed to be Endor or it's supposed to be Kashyyyk, but it's definitely one of the two, and it's all decked out for Christmas, as you can see. But you do in the corner there have a nice little beach scene with the summer vacation Vader included there, and you do get a couple of the mini builds from the various days throughout the set on the front here. Atop the box you do have more of that greebling with the bricks there. You have the summer vacation Vader sporting the actual size reference. And then back of the box here, you just have more showing of some of the mini builds and figures we get in this thing. And a little demonstration that you open each of the days up for this. So let me just cut the tape so we can bring down the flap and start getting into this thing. So flap here comes down, and we get a nice little shot of Endor or Kashyyyk, can't really tell which. I really find humorous the AT-AT decked out with Christmas and the Santa beard there. And then you have 3PO and Vader just building a snowman, which is pretty cool. And then the bottom here has a nice little snowy scene with some tracks and everything, just to give you a nice little play mat to put everything when you open it up. But what you do is you go through find each day of Christmas here. Day number 1 is right here, so you just puncture it and rip it open and see what we get. So day number 1, we get a Republic gunship mini build. Very fitting considering within the past year we did get the UCS one. This is built pretty differently from the previous ones, just due to the fact of they actually included the loading bay in this mini build, which makes this look way bigger. But again, this still looks like a Republic gunship. They used all the pieces necessary to make it look good. I like how they use the rods here for the engine details. So, in my opinion, very effective build. Day number 2, you get the Clone Trooper from the UCS gunship. Hey, remember when those were exclusive to the UCS sets as a little incentive to buy them? Miss that too. So it's the exact same figure I talked about back, I think, with the clone pack earlier this year. It was reused back then too. You got some nice torso printing, some nice leg printing. You got yellow arms. You got a bunch of yellow dots on the right breastplate there for his rank. He comes with a small little Star Wars pistol. He's got some nice back torso printing, as you can see, and Uses a phase 1 helmet, no accessories for the side. Very nice printing on the front of that too, with all the yellow details. No burst prints on mine, thankfully. And then removing it, we got the newer style clone helmet with the correct skin color for the clones of Jango Fett. So you got some nice face printing there as well. Number 3 gives us a mini build of a Tri-Droid. This is pretty nicely done. I like how they achieved the shaping, the coloration, especially how they did the angled front of this thing. That looks really nice. Only thing I really have a critique for, the Technic pin that's used to attach the front cockpit there kind of sticks out the back. You can kind of see that as engine detail if you want, but it kind of looks bad. But I don't know how else you would better do this at that scale. You got a nice little ski pole used as a front antenna as well. There's some nice sand blue integrated as well. Number 4, we get the Acclamator class attack ship from Attack of the Clones. It's fairly nice. It's pretty much plates on plates construction. It does look like a Star Destroyer a little bit, but that is how the ship looks like in the actual universe, precursor to the Empire and all that. Fairly nice usage of parts just to get the detailing on the top of the ship here, but it is nice to see some prequel of in this calendar, especially Attack of the Clones, because it is the 20th anniversary of that movie. Not that you would know from Lego and Disney forgetting about it, but yeah. Number 5, we get a battle droid. Not much to go over here. It's a battle droid. We've gotten them in about hundreds of sets at this point. Only real interesting thing about this, he does come with that medium blaster in a dark gunmetal color. That's about the only interesting thing about him. They remain unchanged. Number 6, we get the Bad Batch attack shuttle. Really nice build techniques. They do still use the sand blue color that they used on the bigger set. My only speculation to that is maybe they were trying to make sure this was recognizable and did actually reflect the bigger set. So we get sand blue here. It does use some nice parts to get that cockpit shape and to get the wing shape, but yeah, it does include folding wings as well. So you still have that play feature from the bigger. Number 7 is a micro build of Luke's land spear. Makes sense. We got a UCS set earlier this year. This is built differently from previous ones, so that is pretty nice. Most of the build I got impressed by was the little how they made the engine pods completely different. You do also have a white stud and a pearl gold stud there, representing Luke and 3PO, the two exclusive figures that came in that land speeder set. But otherwise, they did get the shaping down right. They even got the elongated thing that the big UCS set had for some reason. Number 8, we get a micro build of a T-16 Skyhopper. This is very relevant, especially with this advent calendar, because technically it's our only representation for anything from the Obi-Wan show. We've gotten a couple of them in past advent calendars, so build here, pretty standard. Got another ski pole for the gun. You do get the folding wing feature here. Again, this very much looks like what it's supposed to, so can't complain too much. Number 9 brings us another main figure, and funnily enough, the 9 is placement is actually over the 3PO minifigure that comes for this day. So kind of funny there. But yeah, this is 3PO wearing a Christmas sweater. We see it briefly in the summer vacation special. Not much new apart from that though. He does still come with the same head mold with the printed eyes there and the same legs. No dual molding on that other leg. They want to keep it for the land spear for some reason. I would think that would approve any 3PO from here on out. But getting the torso print, very nice printing. You got R2 on the front there, corresponding with, we'll get to that when we get to it. But very nice torso printing on the front. And then back printing, you do get some, and it's just nice details carried over from the front. Day number 11, we get a moisture evaporator from Tatooine. Again, we've gotten this many times before in advent calendars. All that's different here is some different builds. You do mainly got the candle piece in a pearl silver color, and then you got another ski pole representing part of the antenna. This is pretty much an advent calendar ski pole. So number 11, V35 land spear from the Big Mos Eisley Cantina playset. Pretty nicely done. It does use techniques used on the A-wings of previous advent calendars. Nice shaping to the top. Only real complaint, it uses orange for the micro model. The bigger set kind of used like this orangish yellow color. I think that would have been a better choice here. Maybe they didn't have the budget, but orange kind of works. Day number 12, you got the summer vacation version of Darth Vader here. I will note that he also comes with a volleyball in plain. It's just a soccer ball, just not printed, which is weird because they used to have a piece specific for a volleyball. But putting that aside, Vader here, he does come with flippers in black there. Same leg printing of the regular Vader. Same arm printing too. About the only thing that's really special about this guy is the beach printing of his tank top there. It's very nice. You got Scarab kind of mimicked on the front there with the palm trees, TIE fighters in the background, sun, and then the Death Star right there as well. Flipping that around, you can see even more of the Scarab motif with the Death Star, and you got the little Citadel thing where the Death Star plans are stored in Rogue One there. So that's pretty nice, and that's kind of a cool Star Wars version of beach tank tops. And he does come with the same removable helmet as always. And head under there, same Darth Vader head that we've been getting since 2015, so nothing new there. Day number 13, to go along with that beach Vader, we got a sandcastle build of his fortress on Mustafar, so that is pretty nicely built up with a few amount of pieces. You got a bucket to make some water and build it, and then you got a shovel also for helping to build that sandcastle. Day number 14 brings us a mini build of a B-Wing. This is built pretty differently from any of the previous B-Wings that we've gotten, just I'm guessing due to newer parts and stuff. It took me a second after building it to recognize what it's supposed to be, but once you see it, it's pretty nicely done. All the guns, the wings can still fold in if you want to play with it or display it some way. But yeah, small but very effective. Again, just little kind of hard to recognize. Day number 15, we get a mini build of a TIE Interceptor. This is pretty nicely done as well. Very effective with the small parts, amount of parts usage, especially now that they got these smaller angled plates. You can really capture the look of mini TIE fighters like this pretty well. Really like how they did the cockpit as well. You even get some nice little engine detail at the back. Number 17 brings us a trooper for the Empire, Snow Trooper to be exact. Pretty much same trooper we've been getting with the Hoth sets for a while now, with the dark tan gloves and stuff. He's got the medium-sized blaster in black, some nice torso and leg printing, no comma, which is a massive downgrade. Taking the helmet off, we get we got a African American head there with female, with some nice printing there. We've seen it a couple times now. Back torso printing is pretty well done too, and of course we do have that newer style of helmet, which quite regrettably does not have that backpack molded on, nor do they use a part for it anymore, so that just kind of sucks. Here we get one of the turrets on Hoth for day number 18. Again, we've gotten this turret in previous advent calendars. Only thing different with it is we got newer pieces, and especially that minions large tile there, just to make it a little bit different. Number 19, we get Hoth ATST, which is pretty fitting. We did get one at the beginning of the year, so that is pretty nice consistency there. It does come on this little 2x2 plate with studs on one side there just to hold up the build a little bit, but the build is done pretty nicely. You got the nice short legs there, you got nice shaping for the head, just newer parts just to make this look a little bit better. Number 20, we get a turret used by the Rebels on Hoth. Again, another thing we've gotten in previous advent calendars, just updated with newer parts, a little bit of a different build, but you can move it up and down, use the lever to pose it. Got another ski pole there. Number 21, we got Luke Skywalker. This is the same figure we got last year in the dual microfighter set. So a pretty rare figure if you didn't get him. Really nice to have him included here. He does come with his lightsaber as usual. You got some nice leg printing, nice torso printing as well. He's got the nice Hoth helmet there. You can put the goggles down in front of his face if you want to. And he's got a very nice facial printing detail right there for his head wrap there, and very nice back, torso, and face printing as well. Really nice considering back when I got the set this originally came in, my head was kind of not printed very well. Day number 22, we get a piece of the Hoth Wampa Cave there that Luke gets trapped in. Very nice build for what you get. You got a little bit of bone down there for detail, a couple teeth pieces for icicles and stalactites and all that. Very nicely detailed from the back as well, and you get a little bit of a play feature here because you can stick Luke, hang him upside down, just like the bigger Wampa caves that we've gotten in the past, so that is pretty cool. Day number 23, we get a Christmas Gonk droid. We've gotten one for the past couple of advent calendars. This one in particular kind of has a Santa Claus look going for him. I really like the build for the cap at the top, and a really nice part choice to recreate Santa's beard there. Some nice part usage, giving a slightly different build for the shoes. Overall, this is a very nice holiday Gonk droid. And for Christmas Eve, day 24, we get the other half of that iconic duo. We get R2-D2 wearing that holiday sweater garb, and you can see what I meant by they are meant to go matching together, just how it was shown in the summer vacation there. Same R2-D2 head that we've always gotten, pretty much the same one from like 2022 on, because they did change like one of the lights for one of his photo receptacles. Same legs, they are unchanged, just really nice torso printing there for the front of the sweater on his cylinder. And then, much like the diorama sets, we actually get back printing on an R2 unit. We got some nice back printing for the head there wrapping around, and some nice back printing for the back of the sweater with the Rebel insignia. So that is all really nice and good. Getting to the extra pieces here, pretty standard selection for an advent calendar of studs and tiles. You do get extra droid arms, extra Hoth goggles here, an extra bone that was used in the Wampa Cave build. You do get Vader in here, so you do get an extra one of the bottom part of his mask, as well as a black flipper from that day. And because this was pretty much the advent calendar of ski poles, for each of the builds that use one, you do get an extra. So pretty much you got 2 whole sets of extra ski poles. Going over the instructions for each of the days, nothing was too extreme. Most of them are just mini builds, and pretty much straightforward, given how nothing was too complex for any day. Pretty straightforward again. Kind of hard to print instructions for one little build on one little panel here, but I think the designers who made this did a good job of making these little instructions pretty easy to follow. Going into my final thoughts for this advent calendar, a pretty standard Star Wars calendar, to be honest. We do get some of the newer stuff and tied into what's current in Star Wars, which I do appreciate. The land speeder, the summer vacation stuff, Bad Batch style, all of it reflective of sets that have either come out in the past year and a half or relevant to what's going on in Star Wars right now. I see a lot of complaints within the community about there not being Mandalorian stuff here, but we did get an entire advent calendar last year focusing on Mandalorian specifically, so I'm not at all bothered by none of that being in here. And overall, most of it was trying to tie into the summer vacation special or the prequels. I'm happy to see that gain some love, even though some of the figures we've gotten many times before. Most of these builds we have gotten before, as noted throughout the calendar, but they are updated with newer parts, newer build techniques, so that is pretty nice. Of course, we get Hoth stuff. That stuff always gets thrown into any advent calendar so far, just because it's Hoth and a bunch of snow and advent calendars and Christmas. So I understand why that's all there. Most of the builds were pretty good. Most of the days were pretty good as well. We do unfortunately get a weapons rack. That's just par for the course for any advent calendar at this point. Highlight builds for me are the gunship, the Bad Batch shuttle, the small ATST. That's a really good build. The Luke's land speeder. A couple of the builds were kind of a miss. The B-wing, and the ship right here. I had to go looking to see what those two actually were, just because they were not recognizable right off the bat. Only thing I recognized off the bat was the speeder, just because it was in the bigger Mos Eisley Cantina set. And then with all the builds out of the way, figures, the exclusives that we do get here are really well done. We get Christmas versions of 3PO and R2 with the Christmas Warriors, pretty nice. The Holiday Vacation Vader, really nice. I would have loved to have seen a little bit more representation of the summer vacation special. I'm glad that it's here. I just would have liked to have seen a little bit more of it. There's no sequel love here, and Finn from the sequel trilogy was the main character of that special, so I would have liked to have seen his Hawaiian outfit kind of look for that. We do get a Gong Droid and Christmas Star as well. That is pretty nice. Again, par for the course for the advent calendars. And battle droids, they always stick one in here. Troopers, again, stick them in here. Only real downside is that trooper that was previously exclusive to the gunship. That is a big slap in the face to me of the people who spent the money to get that set and to have that exclusive figure. Now that it's been released in like 2 other sets, that kind of diminishes it. So that is just salt in the wound to me. And last thing to go over is the price. $45 for this now in the United States, even with inflation. That is ridiculous. This is not worth $45. In fact, here in America, leading into Christmas, I saw both this and the Guardians both massively on sale by retailers, just because they are not selling at that price point. So that is an awful price for this calendar. So again, if you were able to pick this up on sale, during the holiday season, highly recommend it. You get some nice good builds, some nice exclusive characters, some nice rare ones as well. As much as I hate that the troopers there, it is a nice pickup for the people who don't want to drop that much money for the bigger one. With all that considered, set does get an 8 out of 10 for me. Again, I highly recommend the pickup. Let me know in the comments what you think about the set. Share, like, subscribe, ring that bell so you're actually notified when I upload. YouTube sucks at that. If you enjoy the content as well, let me know. I will see you in the next video. Until next time, stack off.